Yeah, I can hear you now.
You can hear me now?
Yeah,
All right, sweet. My fault, man. I feel like an old man trying to figure this shit out these days, dude.
you're
But
good.
dude, really appreciate your time, man. So I'll just give a quick little intro. To those who don't know you, you definitely should. Up and coming prospect out of Bloodline Combat Sports. If you haven't heard of him now, again, you should. Insane four fight, win streak you guys are riding. That gym has all the momentum in the world.
Yeah,
I've been watching a lot of your tape, leading up to this interview. Super well rounded. You're good everywhere, man. Great chin. I love all the intangibles, dude. And May
thank you.
22nd, you're defending your was it second title defense for LFA, correct?
Yeah, second title defense.
Two previous guys you fought, you took both their O's. Tell me a little bit about how confident that makes you feel, kind of going into a spot where you're really close to, getting that call up to the big show, and you're beating guys in the LFA who are like legit prospects. Sometimes you see these prospects that are, they're fighting guys who aren't quite on their level. You're testing yourself every time out. How much do you think that's going to help you going forward in your career?
I mean, I've definitely been tested a lot throughout my whole career. My first LFA fight, I fought undefeated. We were both undefeated, so that was the first, probably the second I think I took. But yeah, dude, LFA, there's no easy fights. They prepare you for that big stage, and it's been great, fighting for them. And they've always had my back. And yeah, I mean, I was hoping I was gonna get the call after the Richie Lewis fight. The UFC told me to stay active, so I defended the belt and won again. And just been waiting for something to pop off. And luckily I got a fight book, so I've been training since January. So I was in shape before the fight as well.
Hell yeah, man. I mean, I love to hear it, dude. Like I said, watching your tape, it's like there's a lot of guys who will be in these regional shows and they're, a one punch knockout artist or they're a submission threat with, not great wrestling or something. Dude, you're like super well rounded. What do you have any like inspirations for your game, or was it just something you kind of knew like you had to be a well rounded guy in this day and age?
Well, I mean, I grew up wrestling, and of course watching MMA and UFC growing up. Well, first started with boxing, and then got into once I started wrestling, got into the MMA, watching MMA aspect. But no, man, I just take from all kinds of fighters. My favorite fighter is Dustin Poirier. I mean, Cubs, my coach, he's one of my favorites as well, and just the way he carried himself in his career and was able to reinvent himself every time. And yeah, man, just yeah. And nowadays you have to be well rounded. So, I train all the arts and trying to just keep them sharp. I think of it as the UFC game. It has like a bar. It says like striking 90%, wrestling this and that, cardio. So I try to max each one of those out every fight camp.
Hell yeah,
Mm.
man. I mean, that's what it's looking like if that's your goal. So, I love to hear it. I
Very
did want
cool.
to ask you about a really funny moment. This will probably be a good clip. So, your head coach Cub Swanson was actually commentating your fight against Darian Chapman, I believe, right? The first
Yeah,
round
yeah.
knockout, and
Hmm.
you hit the signature cup call, Selly. And he
Yeah,
was
yeah.
he was on the mic going, I don't want to know who he's talking to on there.
Yeah,
That was just a
yeah.
really funny moment. Tell me a little bit about like that celebration. Was it just some shit you did one day after a fight, or how did that come together? It's really funny.
Yeah, so I had taken my first loss before that fight, right? I was like 6-0, I believe.
Hmm.
And then I was gonna fight somebody else, but then that guy pulled out, so Darren Chapman stepped up, and I was still not with Cub at the moment. I was still train with Bloodline here and there. But yeah, dude, I don't know. I was just like the week of the fight, I was just like, after I win, I'm just gonna pull up the cup, and been doing it ever since. Yeah.
No, that's funny. So that was the
So
first time you
so
did
once
it.
I do get the call, it'll be perfect to make a
Yeah,
clip,
yeah.
like
It'll be
Dana
legit.
finally picked up. Yep.
Exactly. Yeah, May 20. Because I was gonna say Cub was on the mic going, "Who's he calling?" I was like, "Dana, obviously. It's obviously
Yeah.
Dana." Yeah, yeah. No, I love that, man. That's really funny shit. Um, Dude, like you said, you've kind of experienced so many things. Like, every type of fight you've experienced, you've gotten a decision, you've won by submission, you've won by knockout. You've
Hmm.
lost those two split decisions, which were really close fights.
Yeah.
Like, arguably, you could be undefeated right now,
Hmm.
in that Richie Lewis fight, I believe it was going to the fourth round. Their
Yeah.
corner hit the old Joe Rogan, ice spill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Standing across from him, how are you feeling in that moment? That was when I was watching. I was like, that's pretty funny.
Yeah, so well, I hit him with that elbow, right? And he thought I poked his eye, and I was like, bro,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
like it
He was
was
like looking
all
to his corners, like, dude, you're in the fight.
yeah, yeah. And then I dropped him, his fucking nose was sideways. And yeah, I just remember I was just like staring him down because I was just like, dude, I got you.
Yeah, yeah, you
And
knew it.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention when they dropped the water. It was more my corner.
Sure.
But yeah, dude, they were trying to get any thing they could do, just to stall out more time. But I already knew he was gonna shoot in right away again, so I was able to, crossbody down block and get on top and finish the fight on top.
Yeah, man. Dude, I love how active you are if you're back too. Like some dudes just accept that back position. Like those elbows are
Yeah.
super effective. Like it makes them think like I can't just hold him here. Like he's hurting me from the bottom. I love that shit. Was there like a specific coach who implemented that into your game, or was that just something you came up with?
No, so I mean, I already knew that Richie didn't like to get hit, so I knew the more I could frustrate him by just hitting him everywhere, even if, because I knew he was going to take me down.
Yeah,
And I was going to stuff some, but I knew I was going to get taken down. So I just knew elbowing him in the face when he was behind me, throwing back elbows. And then, of course, when he got on top of me, I was just, dude, 12 to 6 now is legal. So,
yeah,
it
yeah.
was just any strike I could hit him with, I knew was going to be points for me, and he wasn't going to like it. So I just had to be relentless with that, and got me the win. Hmm.
Yeah, dude, I love that. I'm watching fights sometimes, and then there's these guys on their back that aren't even like it's right there. You know, if they're in their full
Yeah.
guard, the elbows are right there the whole time, and it's like it's gonna make them think, oh, maybe I gotta move a little bit, and then you
Hmm.
can scramble off that. So I like that a lot, man. Watching that
And I
from
got
you in
these
that fight.
bony elbows, bro. That's why they call me machete. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, dude. I love to hear it. Dude, and with your style, it's like you're there the whole fight. Like you're weaponizing cardio, you
hmm
got that chin. And now especially for this fight coming up on May 22nd against Robert Varricchio, you have a lot of guys in your gym who have like power given to them by God. Like you have insane
yeah.
guys in your gym who have legit power.
hmm
Varricchio, I'm not quite putting him on that level of the guys in your gym, but similar, looking for that knockout. I believe he started 4-0, four
Yeah.
knockouts in his career.
Yeah.
So how are those guys helping you prepare for a guy like Robert Varricchio?
Yeah, just mimicking his style. It's gonna be a southpaw orthodox battle. I mean, I'm a switch stancer too, so I can fight both stances. But yeah, I know he's gonna look to use his kicks and look to land that right hand. And I've been getting great looks from Dejian, Rafa, Danny. Danny's been
Hmm.
helping me a lot too. And then my longtime training partner, Jacob Rosales, he's been helping me out a lot. So.
Right.
And then Cub too. Cub was showing me some stuff the other day too. And yeah, dude, just everybody was such a close team, and it's cool because everybody has their own style, but everybody can mimic our opponents. So it works out perfect for when we have a fight booked.
For sure, man. Yeah, 100%. It seems like it. You guys iron sharpens iron, as they say, and
Yeah.
that's definitely the case over there at Bloodline. So I want to read this quote that I found from you back in 2022. Um, you said, as for that call up, I know I'm UFC ready, but if it takes another fight or if I get the call short notice or whatever, I'm ready to get in there. That was 2022, man. It's now
Yeah.
2026. How much more ready do you feel right now? I mean, you got to be the most confident guy, possible going into this next one.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, 2022, I think I was well, what fight was that one?
It was for
I want to
LFA
say it was at their damn it.
148.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I think everybody has. It's all God's timing. If it led me to where I'm at, I'm a world champion now for LFA, and like I said, I mean, I'm not getting easy fights. That's why I'm not getting, first round knockouts or first round finishes. Like, I
Hmm.
mean, I'm fighting tough guys, and
Yep.
and I just know that there's some people I see in the UFC, and I'm like, dude, how are you in the UFC? But
Yep.
sometimes that's what it
As a
is.
fan, I do that too.
Yeah, some people go in there, with uh get the call sooner, and they go 0-2, or just have winning losing record in the UFC. And I know once I get in there, I'll be making a mark, and I want to get in there, break the door down and start climbing up the ladder as soon as as soon as I can. So just taking one fight at a time and work my way up. And I already know what it feels to go 5 rounds, so um, I know I'll be ready in the UFC as well. Hmm.
Yeah, man. Like we said, I mean, there's a lot of guys that go into the UFC who are just talented, but they're green. They're super green.
Hmm.
The talent pool in which they faced before heading into the UFC was just not UFC caliber. I mean, you fought
Yeah,
guys who more than likely will end up in the UFC already. So
yeah,
you already
exactly.
have that like championship experience as well. Like that's a huge thing, man. So I love that. Um, I'm gonna move on to a couple more like bloodline and a couple of questions like that, just because I kind of
Yeah,
found
you're
out
good.
who you were through bloodline. I remember Danny Silva versus Curtis Campbell. I was watching tape for that fight. I'm a nerd of this shit. I'm watching all the tape for every fight.
For Danny, I was shoot, I was helping him for that whole camp, mimicking Curtis Campbell, and dude,
Okay.
he was beating me up,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I
he
mean, he
was
was
well
locked in.
prepared.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, he was locked in, bro, and especially coming off that Vallejo's fight, that was close. I mean, I feel like it was 1-1 going into the third, and he
agreed.
just got the corner to get into his head a little bit, and but he had Malejos biting all those feints, and all you had to do was just fire off. But they'll meet again,
I
so
know. Yeah.
he'll be well prepared for that. Hmm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that rematch, man. I mean, I think he'll be really well prepared for it, especially being in there with him and having the confidence that he did incredibly well when you look at what Vallejos has done before and after him. It's
Yeah,
like knockout, knockout, knockout. Danny Silva, great
exactly.
performance, knockout, knockout, knockout. So, I mean,
Hmm.
that's a really good sign for him. So was it after that fight where you hit that first Cup celly and Cub was on the mic? Was it then after that you started full-time training with Bloodline?
No, I was still on and off. I've been with Bloodline for 2 years now. So my first fight was with them was against Mike Mendoka. So I joined the team after I fought in Kentucky. So my last uh my last fight in Kentucky was March of 2023, I believe. And yeah, that's when I left my previous team, my coach, and then moved over to Bloodline. Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that's the gym to be at right now, seemingly. I mean, you guys have
Yeah,
fighters who are already established coming in just to get knowledge from you. I think Talbot was in there not too long ago.
yeah,
I see you're getting working with is it Coach Roy Ball or how do you pronounce it? Was that
yeah.
correct? Is that how you
Coach
pronounce it?
Roybal, yeah, Dale
Roy Ball?
Dale Roybal,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
him and
yeah.
Ewing. I loved seeing that, man, because
Hmm.
I'm super high on Ethan Ewing right now. He's one of my favorite up and coming prospects. I was
Yeah.
really
So
happy to see that.
me and him go way back from the
Oh wow,
amateur
okay,
days. So when I had my first, because I started in Nebraska and then moved to back to California. So he had his first amateur fight, and then I had my first amateur fight in California, that same night. And yeah, dude, he's been doing amazing, and I've been working with Roy Ball since what 2019,
okay, wow,
and
yeah.
I think he's been working with him around the same time. And yeah, dude, it's just crazy how his hands have gotten way better and just well rounded, and just taking two guys' O's as well. So I'm super proud of Ethan and happy for him, and can't wait to see what's next for him. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, he's definitely up there on like one of the more exciting prospects in the sport right now.
Yeah,
Just the head movement, the boxing. I mean, everything's great. And the dudes and like people were acting like Estevan was about to, lay and prey on him for 3 rounds. I said, hell no,
yeah,
dude.
yeah,
I don't buy it at
yeah.
all. Um,
He shut that down real quick.
yeah, real quick,
Hmm.
dude. He made a lot of people eat their words, and I always love to see stuff like that. Um, Moving on to kind of another bloodline, I'll say Cub Swanson type question. So that Rafa Garcia performance against Alexander Hernandez,
Hmm.
just incredible, man. I mean, he looked great. There was a moment, I believe it was either the first or the second round, where Cub like yelled out an adjustment, and then Rafa
Hmm.
immediately got that I think like underhook and lifted him up, dumped him. What is it about Cub Swanson as a coach that like stands out to you? Because I mean, he seems to be doing an incredible job. I
Yeah.
mean, he has all his guys super prepared week in after week after week. Just tell me a little bit about how like Cub Swanson kind of separates himself from other coaches maybe you've had in the past.
Yeah, I mean, for sure his experience, I mean, freaking what was it 19, 20 years in the UFC or
Yeah.
fighting. And yeah, so he has a lot of experience and he's a nerd, dude. Like he studies film, you know, and he's been around the game. He's been in a bunch of different camps.
Yeah.
Um and the thing that I like is like whatever attributes I have or stuff that I'm already good at, that's what he looks to add on to, you know.
Yeah.
Like he don't really try to teach you something new or something that you're not gonna use. Like he sees how your style is and he adds on to that, you know, or picks a little bit apart and do this way. And yeah, I would say that's one of his biggest thing, you know, and he's there with us every day. So um and even watching his camps too, you know, when I first moved to Bloodline, he was fighting Philly, so I got to see how he did his camp, and you know, went to pull back, went to peak, peaking at the right time, and but yeah, I would say experience, you know, and then just his ability to dissect somebody and see what he can add on to their skill set or you know change. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, that's awesome. It sounds like he's kind of utilizing people's strengths and improving on it, as opposed to, some coaches who will try and add something to a guy where he just kind of has no business doing that in the first place,
Yeah, or
And then,
changing your whole style, you know, like.
right, right.
It's not, I mean, especially later on in your career, you know, like it's yeah.
Sounds like he's a very fighter first coach, which is
Yeah.
it
Hmm.
should always be the case, but it doesn't always play out like that in this game.
Yeah.
Um, One of the last questions I did want to ask you, I don't want to take up too much of your time, man. I really appreciate you.
Hmm.
So that Bloodline Combat Sports gym, that indoor pool setup, so
Yeah.
cool. I mean, literally one of the
Yeah.
cooler gyms I've ever seen. I
Yeah.
mean, like I know some guys just have the padded mats or whatever, but it's something about it just looks cool as shit.
Yeah.
How's it training there in that new facility with all these guys that are just on fire right now? How's that?
Hmm. So we've only trained there once. We'll be there tomorrow. They were
Okay,
there today. But yeah, so they're pretty much gonna open the doors. I think tomorrow they're having like some kind of thing, grand opening, and then or soft opening, and then Monday classes will start on there. But yeah,
okay,
dude, the whole concept of the pool is dope. Like it's just like a pit, you know, and yeah, so like people can watch from up top, but yeah, it's a big mat room inside, and yeah, it's dope, you know. I'm excited to be training there now, and you know, can't wait to stay training there for the future. And but yeah, the concept is dope, bro.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
mat
it's cool as
the
shit.
padding, yeah, the padding's like nice and it's stiff, so no bouncing off the cage or you know.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's good stuff. I'm gonna be a fan of you guys for many years to come, man. It's really
Yeah,
incredible what you guys are accomplishing right now. So,
if you're ever in
best of luck
Cali,
to
come
you,
check it
man.
out.
May 22nd, second title defense.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude. Let's bring home that W, brother. I
Yes,
appreciate you for
sir.
your time today, my man.
Yep, we're gonna get another belt.
Hell yeah, brother. Let's do it.
Yep.
Can't wait to
Thank
see
you.
you in the UFC, my man. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.